Jodie Foster, and Samuel L. Jackson, who met with young immigrants there.
He talked about his story, the American story. He's the embodiment of the American dream.
Rifkin says he's lived his own dream.
Male versions and female versions. What about
Current in this opinion of the President of the United States. For me,
mine's better than yours. Mine destroys yours.
institution and helping to modernize it for our new era, this new incredible golden age of content is very satisfying.
Despite the popularity of home streaming, movie theaters remain packed. The domestic box office for 2019 is projected to be more than $11 billion. And that's it for today. Have a great week. And we'll see you next Fox News Sunday.
Welcome to the Journal Editorial Report. I'm Paul Gigot. A new year and a new set of challenges for President Trump, both at home and abroad. We begin in the Middle East with the Pentagon confirming Thursday night that the powerful commander
Hey, look what you are, man.
Guard Corps,
Not this guy.
Soleimani,
Look what you are.
U.S. drone strike
You're illiterate.
at airport. Secretary
Something like that.
of State Mike
You're
Pompeo
gonna
telling
pay for
Fox
that.
on Friday that President Trump made necessary.
Merck alert. Merck alert.
There was an imminent attack.
Merck alert.
Orchestrated, the primary motivator for the attack was Qasem Soleimani. Got hundreds of American lives brought on his hands. But what was sitting before us was
do what you have to do.
his travels throughout the region.
Check chair going crazy.
A significant strike against Americans. We've been planning for this.
Buying soldiers to Syria, and there's like, we're taking vacations in wherever.
Welcome. Good to see you again. So I was reading your Twitter feed, and I noticed that you were saying that this killing of Soleimani may be more significant even than the killing.
They're taking vacations in
Paul, Qasem Soleimani for 23 years has dominated
They got good runways.
if you can imagine combination of our Joint Special Operations Commander with our Joint Chiefs of Staff, with our CIA Director, and our Foreign Minister or Secretary of State. You roll that all into one man, and that's Qasem Soleimani.
Really? So he has that much influence?
Really?
Huge influence. Huge
last part
power.
is amazing. It's not sparse. It's like really
somebody to be admired for his prowess and his operational capacity as well as his tactical brilliance. I mean, he really
There's the incriminating idea.
created enormous
There's a
difficulties for
lexicon
the
you
US
into a
interests, as
pigeonhole,
Secretary
and you are
Pompeo
the
said,
biggest,
American blood in his
juiciest
hand, as well as the blood of
storm
hundreds of thousands
that
of
can
Syrians
happen.
and Iranians and Lebanese and Iraqis. This is
a
a
juicy storm.
consequential move by the president, and President Trump really deserves enormous credit.
Let's talk about the impact in the Middle East. First of all, the impact inside.
I talk about that. Oh, look, I don't. Let's just make acquaint ourselves with each
Before
other.
this, that
Wall
US
Street
could do
Journal.
nothing at all to
Because,
stop
like,
what Iran did.
I have to
Clearly,
listen to Oasis
he was wrong
because
about
what
that.
happens
But what happens next
is when you
with
work the
Iran?
Sunday
They're gonna
day
strike
shift,
back here. They're
you kind of
constantly
have to do
doing so.
patrols, and then, like, you do 4
But
rounds
this was a severe blow
every
to
2 hours,
to
and then you
like
read the paper from, not Sunday's, Sunday, bigger than Sunday's newspaper right here, but
the second most powerful
you watch
man
national
in
news,
Iran after the
and then,
Supreme
like,
leader
this
and
guy, and
directly
then, like, you're talking about Financial Times.
And
You're
so
talking about like people who
regime's
wear
gonna
like
have to strike
nice
back. And the real
interior
question is
clothes,
how and where.
and then like
And they certainly learned to their horror.
an illustration
that
of
President
like
Trump, unlike previous
yeah, dude, this is
presidents,
straight up
enforced
like
red lines,
toner.
specifically a red line against taking U.S. casualties.
Take that,
in the American
you.
context.
We're calling you the riot of the Iranians.
President Trump's threat on Iranian
The riot of Iranian tap.
centers.
I don't have to do profile.
Centers of interest to the Iranian
I have
culture,
photographic
would not be in
memorizations.
accordance with
Like,
international
so you
law.
do.
So, which
Like
is
how you do.
I've been with President Trump through the
Meet the
entire
press.
strategic planning
This may be
process
like,
related to our entire
internet
campaign.
screen.
Diplomat, economic, and military. We built out an
Like, yeah,
enormous
we stacked them
coalition
good for the last
to push
24
back
hours. We
against
gotta make
Iran,
sure we do the great
Iran,
waterboarding
Iran,
effect on what do you call it, on like how we do
American
things.
people should know that we will
On
not
like
waver. We
community
will,
bullying.
Be bold in protecting American
So like
interests, and we do
that.
so in a way that's consistent with the rule of law. We've always done
And
that.
we do
Taking
passive
President
aggressive
Trump's truth doesn't
nature,
deviate
and we
from
do
that one iota.
aggressive nature, and we do faceless nature.
Now, Frederica, 2 senior U.S. officials are telling our colleague Jim Sciutto that there is deep opposition. opposition within the administration to this notion of bombing cultural sites, which of course would be a war crime based on international law that the U.S. has actually signed on to. Now, former officials
third generation
former U.S. officials
Saudi
have been
Arabia
pointing out that the military would
used to
never
play
actually
FIFA.
recommend these kinds of targets because, of course,
I
of those violations
I've watched
of
Misery
international law.
too many times.
Regardless of whether or not the president would indeed follow through with this threat to bomb cultural sites, he is nonetheless laying out a pretty stark
why don't you battle your own self or something? Why don't you go battle your
future Iranian military action? The president said quite clearly in that tweet that if Iran attacks the U.S., attacks any Americans or any American interests in the region, that the United States would respond militarily, including with this threat to bomb 52 sites, including those within Iran. That, of course, will put the United States and Iran very quickly on the path to war. As all of this is going on, though, we are already beginning to get some reaction from Congress, and we are getting some criticism from those members of Congress who were briefed on the classified intelligence that led to the United States, to the president ordering this strike against Qasem Soleimani. Here's Congressman Adam Schiff, the top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, raising some of those very questions.
Soleimani has been plotting against the United States for decades. The question is, did the plotting here rise to a level that required his elimination from the battlefield? Would that elimination stop the plotting? Or would it accelerate it? Or would it make the potential attacks on the United States?
You tell Steve Jobs to wake up and turn in his grave.
I don't think the intelligence
you know what? And take his
his
28 ways 501
our security.
and look at it he created.
There's a big difference when our generals talk
why
about
don't you do
potential
that?
plots in days, weeks, or months, between days and months.
Before you go ahead and start getting Molly Mormon about
someone like Soleimani who's been at this for so long. So the question is, why now? Is this going to increase the risk of
is
war?
who's been victimized.
Increase
Who constantly gets victimized? Who constantly gets victimized? What a cursed unit.
That is, of course, the big question is why now, and so far the Trump administration has yet to offer a compelling and full explanation of
a cursed unit to say this is a gift and a curse, but we won't give you any support in any way whatsoever.
Whether or not this could set up the U.S. and Iran on the path to war. Frederica?
All right, Jeremy Diamond, thank you so much.
Where
and now
it's
this
like
update, breaking news before we get to the top of the hour. CNN has just learned that one U.S. service member and 2 civilian defense contractors were killed in Kenya when terrorist militants attacked a base used by U.S. forces. This information coming from the U.S. Defense Department just moments ago. CNN's Farai Sabenzo joining us right now from the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. Farai, what more are you learning?
This is
yes, as you just said, those casualties have occurred.